Yo, moment of truth and natural wisdom. Constitution, chapter 5, article number 14. Continue. Protection of human liberty. Protection of personal liberty. Liberty, fahudi owo. It is part of the fundamental human rights. You have to be protected. Every individual in the country Ghana should be protected in such a way that they have their right to their personal liberty. What you say? Now, once you will liberty professionals, kra ewo a omo ball omo wakra liberty professionals omo bo league and omo league ni man so me check table no. Me check ya na ma adwene me kotoko ne house ne brekum Chelsea ne ya na ma adwene ensheda unko liberty for so. Yeah, liberty professionals. Yes. Now, protection of personal liberty, article number 14. Every person shall be entitled to his personal liberty, and no person shall be deprived of his personal liberty except in the following cases and in accordance with the procedure permitted by law. Clause 1, Clause 1, Section 8. In execution of a sentence or order of court in respect of a criminal offense of which he has been convicted, or in an execution of an order of a court punishing him for contempt of court or for the purpose of bringing him before court in execution of an order or court, or in case of a person suffering from an infectious contagious disease, or a person unsound-minded, a person addicted to drugs or alcohol, or for the purpose of his care or treatment or the protection of the community, for the purpose of education or welfare of a person who has not attained the age of 18 years, for the purpose of preventing the unlawful entry of that person into Ghana or affecting the expulsion, extradition, or other lawful removal of that person from Ghana, and for the purpose of restricting that person while he is being lawfully conveyed through Ghana in the course of his extradition or removal from the country to another, or upon reasonable suspicion of his having committed or being about to commit a criminal offense under the laws of the country. Until you have your personal liberty, you anytime, any day, you can do whatever you want to do, provided it is not going against another person's, it's not affecting the life of another person. You have your right to enjoy your life as you want to, provided you are not stepping on the toes of your brothers and sisters. Now, there are only a few exceptions to this rule. First of all, say, if you have a court case, you have to take care of the court case before you can continue enjoying your personal life. It is a court of rewa. First of all, it's a court to answer. And so why the opes will be. So what could you boni be near the old faso chimu? Esa yama prison sentence ya. Esa uko training ubini ho kakra u prison. Na o serve for sentence anyway. Na oba waba betwa wabraboso. Ti wo the prison, there are some restrictions over there. You don't have your liberty. What you say? Sojeni and babe call war. You don't have your liberty because sojeni is your responsibility to fight for us. What you say? Yeah, it's not your responsibility to beat the citizens. It's your responsibility to fight and protect the citizens in the country. And until sojeni and babe call war only liberty. It's order the snenefet union call. What you say? And according to so when you're 18 years, your areas be what you are, even though you are free to do whatever you want to do, but because of your age, you are limited as to certain places you can go, because certain places are for only adults. Even at some point in time, baby who are only 18 years, not just a untimenko a honum. What you say? Other than that, and apart from so deep one, even if you free Ghana mining because you here will hope you because you're criminal, and answer what person would tempt you could deep one or Ghana. Without any of these excuses, you can enjoy your life every day, every time, whether in the night, in the afternoon, in the morning. You live your life and enjoy yourself, provided it is not going to affect anybody in a negative way. You see what I'm saying? Now, clause number 2. A person who is arrested, restricted, or detained shall be informed immediately in a language that he understands of the reasons for his arrest, restriction, or detention. I detainiwa. Esese yema ukwan. Na lawyer no a police for no mba beche. Enye soldier ni na ese beche wo. So soldier ni be fie beche wa is against the law. Is ese ofa ho kra na wonya mpatasika. Na wodi bi toka edemu. What you say? Say police eba beche wa. They have to give you a reason why they are arresting you. They cannot just come and say eba beche wako. They give you the reason. Maybe you were doing something wrong and you were not aware of that. They have to let you know that we are here today for your arrest because you were doing this, and that. And it goes against the rules in the country. And you have to submit. And then they will take you. What do you say? And on top of that, before, if they are speaking in English and you don't understand English, they have to speak in a language that you understand. One of the languages here, Ghana, what Tiasian, so one te brofua, not brofu no more can one Tiasia, and fa is through any ahopopo, enko yes, sir. Catch your Mr. Casa mo can mentiase. Moma yempe krachi bimrana wo interpretative. Anase oba omanes or mudi interpreter eba. Because ebi ana nipa bi obabe interpret wantimi ama interpret anye de ope nti police ni no ebe kakasa wo tiase ansa na wachew watiase se obi ani ho obe kakasa obe tiase a na eho hia ma se ese no ema ukope nipa obetumi akasa ma wo watiase. So many occasions, people are in court. They don't even understand the languages in the court. They don't want to brofu, but judge and any lawyers and a cabrofu. Unim de koso. No, do you want to a lawyer? You don't know anything going on. You can request, say, a lawyer be an answer judge and our casano. In the court to be on my ana a interpreter. Judge and a cabrofu and a translated the abacasa, mammo or motiase. It is a requirement of every court. What you say? Clause number 3. A person who is arrested, restricted, or detained for the purpose of bringing him before the court in execution of another for the purpose of bringing him before the court in an execution of an order or a court, or upon a reasonable suspicion of having committed or being about to commit a criminal offense under the laws of Ghana, and who is not released, shall be brought before the court within 48 hours of the arrest or restriction or detention. If they arrest you today, you have to count 48 hours. Within 48 hours, you have to appear before the court. If they know that maybe they arrested you Friday night and it's gonna pass the 48 hours. According to the rules, they have to let you go home, and they have to let you go home on some condition, so that you can appear in court before the court on Monday. If the Monday is a holiday, then you will appear in court on Tuesday. So there are some conditions over there. Until the law says they have to appear before the court within 48 hours. Anything beyond 48 hours is against the rules. So if they know they cannot get you before the court within 48 hours, there should be some agreement provided on some conditions, provided say wadwene eye adwuma. What you say? We need a ho. On another condition, provided say boni bia wudi ye no, enya boni bia ehu gidigidi bia ye ma okwan a obesan akwa kuku nipa na say on ne mpesa me kire no. Enti on some conditions. Ehɔ no omo use omo common sense. No omo dia judge nipa so mesi ntimi mfa ne nko court within 48 hours. Enti ne yesi release no na emom no yehia nkrofo bi ombi di agina mu amano. On top of that no so no yamane da omehia ye mu police station ha. Anasa yamane da bia ye di case no ebekɔ court. Enti omehia ye wo court ho. What you say? It should happen within 48 hours. If your offense no is not criminal, we see a boni a mu do a omo ma ye dwuma na che ne police for ma ye dwuma na che ne timi wi so omo a judgment nti ne obi a wadwene da ne timu no. What you say? Sanity. Now yento aso. Clause number 4. Where a person arrested, restricted or detained under paragraph A or B of the clause number 3 of this article is not tried within the reasonable time, then without prejudice to further proceedings that may be brought against him, he shall be released either unconditionally or upon reasonable conditions, including in a particular condition reasonably necessary to ensure that he appears at a later date for trial or for proceedings preliminary to trial. No na me chire mu chire won. To omo hwe no muntimi release umfa won court within 48 hours ya. Because ebetieti afa ahudi so a. Omo calculate na boni a wadi no. Enhye da nya boni bia e mo du saa na say omo hu se wani da ho na untimi nkoye boni bi ntia enipa foforo na say enye yi a. Then they can let you go and they so that will be share omo e court some other time. What you say? Clause number 5. A person who is unlawfully arrested, restricted or detained by any other person shall be entitled to compensation from that other person. And police, the only person supposed to arrest you is the Ghana law enforcement officer. The law enforcement officer is the police department in the Republic of Ghana. Apart from the police, no other person can arrest you. The military cannot arrest a citizen. The police has been trained. The police has all the necessary equipment. The police omoka no kra ubetnemu no. Soja ni ka yentime nkwachi ubi mfane ntu soja ni kem. The police has the required training, and according to this constitution, only the police is supposed to arrest the citizen, not a soldier. Inti soja ni bia obechewo ede watena kemu na omakwa no. Hunu no say sa eda no waye because the law says according to article 14 clause 5 no, any person who is unlawfully arrested apart from police, any arrest is an unlawful arrest. So wahini bi ebo pass ye mechewo mra na himfia is an unlawful arrest according to the constitution. So they have to compensate you, and the money will come from their pocket. Any soldier, any military personnel in Ghana who will, neglect this part of the constitution and, arrest a fellow Ghanaian, detain them or torture them in one way or the other, is going, because it is a high crime to go against this constitution. This soldier have to compensate you, and it's definitely gonna come from their paycheck, and they can lose their job. A soldier for netabu inipa wo Ghana, or motesisi nipa wo Ghana. Emra ema hon kwanse soldier ni kosisi unuya. What you say? Mesi mewie ni nyina 299 articles no. Mewie ni nyina na woni mo right. As I said, 299 and I say not 300. Mewie na woni mo right. Yeah. Where a person is convicted and sentenced to a term of imprisonment for an offense in a period he has spent in lawful custody in respect to that offense before the completion of his trial shall be taken into account in imposing the terms of imprisonment. So now you were arrested for a crime, and every day they send you to the court, and the judge will postpone the case. Every day you go to the court, the judge will postpone the case. So it took the judge about 2 years to give you your sentence. And he told you that your sentence is going to be 10 years in a prison. That means the 2 years that you had already spent in the custody of the police is also going to count as part of your sentence. So in that case, if you already spent 2 years in the custody and they have sentenced you to 10 years of imprisonment, it means you have to spend only 8 years in a prison, which is 64 months. What you say? Yeah, I'm coming. Mamenye phone say. Mamenchire mutwi. Enipa bi a police aba beche wo. Ukowi a abirichiri. Nti ye beche wo. Na yede wo call remind. Ye ya asem ne konebra nti 2 weeks bia oba remind ya. Ufiri remind ba call to ane asan de wo call. Wa share remind ho ba 2 years. Ansa na judge no ebebua asem no. Aka kire osafe de wudi fo. Eni nti wode wo beto afiase. Mfinhyia enum. De atia ne se saa mfinhyia enum na wode wo kro. Se 2 years mfie mienu bi a edi animu ansa na ye ba be ma wo saa mfinhyia enum. Time a ye de wo to prison ni nyina na ese wo kan ka ho na ye tifiri mu. Ti se wodi kan da mu 2 years ansa na judge no the sentence no eba it means say wo be komu 3 years and I can unko spend a whole 5 years. We become 3 years. And the 3 years is gonna be 3 times 8. A year 24 months in a prison. What you say? Now, clause number 7 and the article number 14. Where a person has served the whole or part of his sentence is acquitted or appealed by a court other than the Supreme Court, and the court may certify to the Supreme Court that the person acquitted to be paid compensation. And the Supreme Court may, upon examination of all the facts and the examination of the court concerned, award such compensation as it may think fit, or where the acquitted is by the Supreme Court, it may order compensation to be paid to the person. Nti nipa bi e de wato afiase na afi ya yenhwehwemu asem na ya judge ni bua asem na wa mu ani yi ye de wato afiase na chese asem ne kwa na ese nka wo na wodi bem na wonye fo wonye mistake bia na ye de wotomu eda ye bejai wo no ese se ye san atua wo ka wo hia compensation what yas obi wo ha ye de ne busu ani kwotomu na ye se ye gya no nti na ne age se ye gya na free prison nti na ne age no eni je na ba. But according to the law, they have to give you some money to establish yourself, to establish businesses, a money of compensation. Na ama okra ehwato. Yede obi judge bi handle case e court. Na yede okotubu a. Na achiri further investigation ba. Na ekun se sentence wode ma wonanya no kra. Eda ye gya wo free prison ho no hunu se wa ye. What you say? Because will be mistake. Entimen fa o no obusuafo ema mo ho nkwakire mo. You see what I'm saying? That is what it is talking about. Ebin so ha obin so timi da fiase na ne time na broso. Ubu ho ayema no 2 years, but ne time no timi broso kakra. Say one day kura na be broso a, hunu se ese utimi fa ho. Because obi tietia fa ho die so one day no a. Wona uko tietia obi fa ho die so the whole one day a. Nke bia ye de wo call life imprisonment. Nti ye tietia ofa ahodie so for 24 hours ya. Na obi na ne wure fi obi na ye mistake ya ese ye ma compensation. And also is part of the laws of the Republic of Ghana. 1992 Constitution Article number 14, clause number 7. What you say? Enunti na de che no. Mesa babak. Yebeye article 15 no ene 16 no ewa. Enunti na me yebeye article 15 and 16 abom. Na nti me babak. Me chia busuafo.